We're going to talk about the crypto news today, all the macro bullish stuff that's been happening, where people are fixated on drama that doesn't matter in the short term. Big things are happening with the ETFs, with the SEC. Then we're going to finish on talking about stuff like pump.tires, which is bringing in huge volume and huge burn pressure and gives all the core coins tons of potential. Plus now anybody, I'm looking at you, Thread Guy, you can all come over here now if you're tired of losing money on Pump Fun, on Solana. You can now do the PulseChain meme season. So it's primed for the rotation. We've seen a lot of people capitulating out of Solana. We've seen people getting bullish about Ethereum again, especially when you follow the whales and follow the money. So watch this video closely. And as we know, PulseChain is assumed to be heavily tied to Ethereum, the price of Ethereum, not only because the liquidity is bonded, but because the treasury wallet took a very big bet on ETH at $3,700. So look, the crypto news that matters is Fidelity and BlackRock have been spotted buying millions of ETH. And actually, BlackRock was dumping some of their Bitcoin as well and basically converting it into Ethereum. Alright? These are what moves markets. Okay, institutions, unfortunately, not a lot of retail right now is using actual crypto the way it was designed. So they're all trading this paper Bitcoin, paper Ethereum. The Bitcoin mempool just the other day was like almost empty, which is kind of sad because basically that means that crypto's been co-opted, right? By the powers that be, Wall Street is in. Now they want to sell you paper Bitcoin and they have no interest in selling you something that they can't make fees on, right? So they don't really have an interest in giving you the peer-to-peer digital cash freedom part of it. But you watching this video, you know better. You know not your keys, not your coins. But you also know that if you watch the institutions, you don't have to buy the ETFs. But you can do what they do, and you can buy Ethereum on-chain. So Ethereum's at an all-time high of, hatred, Ethereum Foundation drama. Vitalik is being heavily criticized, coming under fire. Look, Vitalik, you just need to kind of stand up for yourself here, stand up to the Ethereum Foundation, and tell them that the roadmap needs to be changed. The L2 experiment's not working out, and that the culture of the Ethereum Foundation of not winning, of soy boy, we're just going to sit back and not talk about the price. You need to market your chain, bro, as much as you need the good tech. But Ethereum's also just great on the tech. They've been leading the technology side. They still have the most developers. They still have the best roadmap. And the most potential, in my opinion. Same with PulseChain, because guess what? PulseChain inherits everything that Ethereum does, because it's a clone of Ethereum 2.0. PulseChain's a fork. So it's doing very well technically, but it can't fall behind due to poor management. Like, they just don't have that fire lit under them right now that I think we all need. And all the marketing energy, honestly, all the marketing energy for Ethereum seems to have gone into PulseChain. Let's merge these two, and hopefully Ethereum has a brighter future. And again, the institutions agree, because also 21 Shares is officially, the SEC confirmed this. They're converting their Ethereum ETF into a staking ETF. Alright, this is probably because of more regulatory clarity. Everybody was scared to mess with staking before because like Gemini, all these companies were getting sued for their staking services because the SEC was trying to call everybody that offered staking, they tried to call them a DeFi broker-dealer, which is just insane. It doesn't make any sense. A DeFi means decentralized finance, okay? No CEOs. No companies, if it's done right. So there's nobody to even call a broker, is the code a broker-dealer. So also, this brings me to my next point. The SEC finally dropped that broker-dealer DeFi regulation, which is great for PulseChain in the future too, because after Richard Hart beats the SEC case, they can no longer cripple PulseChain with these absurd regulations claiming that either PulseX or HEX are somehow broker-dealers. It just doesn't make sense. There's nobody managing the code. There's no human being. It's just numbers, it's just code. It all works with or without Richard Hart or anybody. So all this stuff is huge for PulseChain after Richard Hart beats the case, and the Ethereum staking ETFs are also going to draw in more institutional money. Look, there's an all-time high of short interest right now, or shorts that are opened on Ethereum right now. Look on the CME, right? The Chicago Mercantile Exchange, okay? There's an all-time high of shorts on Ethereum. Now, if I wanted to manipulate markets, and I was a big institution, and I've got billions and billions of dollars, and I know that Ethereum is pretty small relative to the amount of money I have. What you could do, what the financial elites like to do sometimes, is they'll open shorts through alternative companies that maybe they're partnered with, sister companies, whatever. And they'll tell everybody to open a short and push the price of Ethereum down and suppress the price, and meanwhile, on the other hand, they'll be buying up the whole time, packing their bags, and get ready to market it to retail. Because that's the thing about institutional buying, guys. Crypto's leveling the playing field of financial technology, okay? We can all expose the games that are being played because now we can play them ourselves. So there's never been more access to information. There's never been more on-chain proof. And this isn't even on-chain, okay? This is just showing you that we're ready for either a short squeeze or for people to remove their shorts. And I suspect that's going to be when the financial elites, BlackRock, Vanguard, everyone with an ETF, now banks, because banks are allowed to hold Ethereum as assets, not liabilities. When they're done loading up, I think Ethereum's going to shoot up, okay? It took longer than expected. Sure, maybe it took another year longer than we wanted it to, but hey, better late than never. Okay, in the grand scheme of things, crypto as a multi, 5, maybe 6, 7 year retirement plan still beats a 40-year 9 to 5 rat race, doesn't it? So some other cool macro stuff. People that lost over $50,000 or more in FTX, they're going to start getting cash payouts. They've already started giving cash payouts to some lower holders. Anyone that got scammed in FBX by Sam Bankman-Fried in 2022, they're getting their money back much faster than Mt. Gox, by the way. So shout out to the guys that are actually doing work over here to get the money back to the people. And they're getting Bitcoin back in cash, okay? But the cash value of the Bitcoin they're getting back is valuing Bitcoin at $18,000. That was the price of Bitcoin when FTX blew up and lost everyone's money. So they're getting Bitcoin back at $18,000. Ironically, they're getting Ethereum back at about the same exact price that Ethereum is at today. So kind of funny, right? And these big payouts for the $50,000 guys or more are happening in Q2. And it's important that it's cash, not crypto. They're getting cash back. If they were getting crypto back, they would hurt the price by dumping. If they were getting cash back, all they can do is buy. So pretty obviously bullish there. Another bullish thing, Elon Musk's Doge, Department of Government Efficiency, might talk about using 20% of the money saved from all the government corruption, all the US aid, fraud that they basically exposed. If you're not following this, you need to be following this, right? But Trump now agrees in what Musk wants to do, which is basically giving 5K Doge dividend checks to everybody. It reminds me of the stimulus in March 2020, except hopefully a little bit better than just printing money into oblivion, actually using money that you saved from fraud that was already going to be printed to, go line the pockets of all the political elites with money laundering. Well, yeah, give 20% of that back to the people, sure. If that stimulates the economy, great. I'm pretty bullish about that. Let's hope that goes through because last time, we all know what happened. Now getting into more of the micro. Okay, the macro is what moves the markets, but the micro is what's happening on-chain. Solana. Everyone's mad about Solana. Everyone's mad about all the scammers. Everyone's pissed off at Dave Portnoy. They're mad at everybody. Okay, because everyone's just scamming everybody. It's just an insider cabal that just buys all the coins, snipes them early, dumps on your head. Some guy named Hayden scammed Javier Milei, the president of Argentina, by getting to his sister somehow. It's crazy. You can't make this stuff up. It's just wild. I mean, people are crashing out. People are just openly admitting to all this fraud. So everyone's trying to save face on Ethereum, saying, no, guys, please, no, Solana's not over yet. We have real, genuine communities. Stay here. And people are just sick of it. It feels like a vibe shift. It feels like crypto Twitter's not buying it. Everybody round trips their altcoins that they believed in, that everyone told them to believe in. Because they were just meme coins. They were just pumping up meme coins that instead of 2 weeks, they lasted 6 months, 8 months. But you can only maintain people's attention. It's like lightning in a bottle, right, for so long before they move on to the next culturally relevant thing. But we've got meme coins now on PulseChain. My two favorite are Best Token and Most Token. 80% of the supply of both of these is owned by whoever deployed the Pump.Tires website. Some people think it's Richard. It's at least one of his developers. And the Best Token is objectively created by one of his developers, 3 Commas Capital. Best everything. Look, guys, it's got 10 times less liquidity, about 10 times less holders, which means it's more pumpable. But Most is also the original meme coin created by Richard Hart, most wanted. So it's hard to top, the meme coin created by Richard Hart that he's been tweeting about. It's actually performed better than Jailstool, which was a copycat. Dave Portnoy tried to copy Richard Hart with this meme coin. And Most is actually holding up better because you actually do have a real community. In this case, you actually do have real fanatic believers. Delusional believers that aren't just going to cheat as easily. Now, these are still meme coins, so I'm probably not going to be holding these forever. But they were up 50% yesterday. They're still up a little bit today. Most and Best, guys, 80% sent to a wallet that's assumed to be dormant. Look, that wallet can dump at any time. It might. But if you want to take the bet on it, I'd rather put 80% of the supply in dormant addresses rather than, early snipers and rug pullers, because you really you can't trust anybody, even on PulseChain. I mean, everybody's desperate. If somebody says they're not going to sell, chances are they're lying. They're anonymous. They have nobody to, they have no accountability. People just can't wait to dump on people. VCs, retail, plebs, Jeets, it's all the same. Okay, but we still got stuff. We've still got progress going. Rabby Wallet. Thank you to Rabby Wallet. Special thank you for Rabby that's going to be integrating the bridge. Apparently. I mean, it said coming soon for a long time. But things are still happening. Okay, technical developments are still being made. Rabby, it's my favorite wallet right now because it auto-recognizes every chain, every coin, every price, every logo without you having to manually add it. It's got a mobile app. It's got in-app web browser, NFTs, and DeFi automatic recognition. Rabby app, Rabby.io. If you don't have a wallet yet, MetaMask is basically trash, okay? MetaMask is owned by JP Morgan. It's not heading in the right direction. Rabby's much better. And it'd be really nice, Rabby, if you're watching, to please hurry up and integrate PulseChain Bridge into the wallet. So still progress happening. We've got an INC stablecoin over here coming. No sacrifice. If you like INC token, you can now mint a stablecoin pretty soon here with this new protocol on PulseChain. These are all useful protocols, guys. Decentralized stablecoins that are asset-backed that can't be shut off. Also, as I've mentioned in previous videos, if you're following me on Twitter, inflation, INC inflation, HEX inflation, or yield, I should say, is being cut across the board. So people that were just perma-restaking or perma-dumping their coins, we see them capitulating and leaving because the opportunity is no longer around for you to just do monthly rolling HEX stakes or, weekly scrape the INC interest and dump it. So the INC yield has actually been deflating in the PulseX yield farms by, I think, over 10x. And the HEX yield is down over 7x, which is good. And also probably a signal on Richard's end that, to pull your liquidity if you don't want to be exposed to impermanent loss. And why might he want people to pull their liquidity? Well, with lower liquidity, things dump harder, but they also pump harder. So if there was a good news event, don't you think Richard would want to try to be encouraging and incentivizing people to pull out their yield farms and to not have as much sell pressure on the way up and also just not be exposed to impermanent loss? On the pump tires side, guys, pump tires is burning 0.4% of the supply in just a month. Okay, guys, if we shill this harder, pumped out tires, guys, this could be burning about 1% of the total PulseX supply every month. Because what pumped out tires is doing is it's encouraging more degen trading, more volume. We've seen the volume spike by like 3x or more on PulseX, guys. app.pulsex.com, the decentralized exchange if you don't know. And PulseX only gets more scarce. It's got a buy and burn function. All the volume going through PulseX gets routed to buying and burning PLSX automatically, just based on the platform volume, okay, by a bot essentially. So the fact that we've burned 0.4%, and pumped out tires launched 19 days ago, not even a month ago. Guys, if we shill this harder, if everybody starts making a meme coin, shout out to celebrities out there, Barron Trump, Kanye West, who else? Thread Guy, Ansem. Make some pumped out tires coins. It's a blue ocean opportunity. You'll be a hero. It's your redemption arc, okay? I mean, it's a wide open playing field here, and you guys know the game. Okay, so if you know how to get attention, if you know how to get a lot of followers, if you're a celebrity, consider launching your coin over on Pumped Out Tires. It'll generate a ton of volume, organic volume, and you'll get a lot more attention from the PulseChain community because everyone feels a little burnt out, honestly, on Pumped Out Fun over on Solana. This is all good stuff, guys. This is all good stuff. I mean, we're just gearing up. Okay? I know it's been a long bear, but we got to stay optimistic here because the pump is primed. I mean, 21 pages, 252 coins in the Pumped Out Tires ecosystem have graduated to PulseX. Every time they graduate, 200 million Pulse goes into these locked liquidity pools. And even if people totally rug the liquidity pools, there's still usually like 40, 50 million Pulse remaining in the pool. So on top of the fees, and Pumped Out Tires has burned about $350,000 worth of PLS in fees on top of that. All right. I'm estimating about $1 million worth of PLS is out of circulation, not including the fees, just due to all the PLS that's stuck in these liquidity pools now from all of these, meme coins that graduate to PulseX, but as we know, most of them just die anyway, right? The only not dead ones are like Pump, Trump, Best, a couple of the early ones that were created by the actual deployer. By the way, if Best does a 10x by March 31st, I will be giving away 369,000 coins that would be worth about $17,000. To anybody that has bought more than $1,000 and is still holding more than $1,000, you must sign a digital signature. I'll show you how to do this later on Etherscan to prove that you're not, a scammer. Okay. We'll see. It's just an experiment. Can people be incentivized to buy the price up 10x with giveaways? Time will tell. But we gotta wait, 5 more weeks and see. So that's what's been happening, guys, in the PulseChain universe. There's a lot of noise out there, a lot of hatred towards whales or people calling us dead. Ivan on Tech, if you're watching, we're not dead, bro. We're gonna be fine. I know it seems bad, right? But you gotta realize that coins are down across the board. Altcoins, the so-called legitimate altcoins that everybody does believe in, that bought the narrative, they're all basically down compared to Bitcoin, all right? ETH BTC, others BTC is at a pretty low point right now. But Bitcoin dominance, I believe, is topped locally. We will see. But it is Ethereum's turn. Okay, it's Ethereum's turn. The whole Trump team, World Liberty Finance, they're buying Ethereum. Eric Trump literally tweeted, he deleted the tweet later, probably because his lawyers told him, hey, that sounds like financial advice. But he's literally telling you guys, hey, it's a good time to buy ETH, guys. Eric Trump said this on Twitter. The ETF guys, the big institutions, BlackRock, they basically own the world. They're buying ETH. So, might not be happening as quickly as we'd like it to. But there is something happening here. Don't give up faith. Don't give up hope. And come to PulseChain, guys. Try out pumped out tires. The more we can rev up the engine, or really just put the gas on this, the more money, even if you hate meme coins, right? We can get some culture casino stuff over here. We can get celebrities over here. We can get big names over here with this Launchpad. And we can generate more buy and burn pressure for all the core coins that we like, specifically PLS and PulseX. If you own PulseX, it's like you own the casino. And you can do both. You can play with meme coins and you can own the casino at the same time. So, PulseChain people, we're having fun. We're fighting back. It really is the freedom chain, okay? It's the anti-establishment chain. Everyone's begging and selling out to the institutions. We're over here talking to Doge SEC and trying to get them to lift all the unfair persecution of Richard Hart, who's innocent, obviously. I don't believe any of the Interpol lies. All right, nobody really does. That's inside. That's in the know. This is what they do. It's called Lawfare, right? So the SEC couldn't get him on the SEC fraud case. They hate losing. It's all a game to them. All right, they're embarrassed that they missed FTX. They're trying to save face. They tried suing everybody. It didn't work, okay? They can't even get Richard on jurisdiction. And now they're afraid that people might sue them back, the SEC, for violating the APA. Okay? Because they're acting outside of their jurisdiction by going after this guy who hasn't lived in the USA for 2 decades. But this is what they do. They get salty. They tell somebody at the FBI or the DOJ, hey, go throw some more dirt on this guy's name. Go make up some false claims about assault and tax evasion. Finland's not even the originator of that case, okay? They're a party to the case. They referenced us back to the FBI when people asked them about, hey, where did these claims come from? So we're out here making our voices heard. The PulseChain people are in the DMs of Doge SEC, talking about the unfair treatment, the waste of taxpayer dollars, the unfair persecution, not only from the SEC, but from the FBI and the DOJ, going after innocent people, assuming guilty until proven innocent, which all these people didn't really do anything other than use their freedom of speech to talk about coins they liked. And they're just trying everything they can to get a win, because to them it's all a game, it's all a resume builder, a trophy. I get it. Okay, look, they're playing their game, we're playing our game. But there's a total vibe shift in the government, guys. The only person that might hate the SEC as much as us is Elon Musk himself, because they're both victims. We're both victims of lawfare here, okay? And it seems good, right? It seems like a lot of people are being reassigned to more useful roles. It seems like a lot of people in the FBI, DOJ, and SEC are finally going to be focusing more on getting the actual bad guys and not just wasting money going on this wild goose chase of people that are just trying to talk about coins they like on the internet. So, thank you, Doge SEC. And guys, make sure you DM Doge_SEC respectfully, explaining how they are wasting money with cases specifically like, SEC versus PulseChain and Richard Hart, on top of, Kraken, Binance, all these cases that didn't need to exist. It's a total waste of money. So make sure you explain to them. Be nice, be specific, but make your voices heard. A lot of people already have, and it's really a cool thing to see. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe, share the video, leave a comment. Follow me if you want to know what's going on in the crypto ecosystem. See you on the next one.